Hi guys, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play 999. In the last episode, Junpei was very slick and he was able to get his way through a trick, even though they had all put down which room or which door they wanted to go through, we were still able to choose. So I decided to go through door 1 because we haven't gone through a puzzle room with Ace. And I didn't want to deal with Seven and Lotus, and we've already been with Akane and Santa before. So yeah, so now we are in the chart room apparently. So let's get started. Let's see. All right, what's this? Stack of nautical charts. I think this is a nautical chart. There's this line on it here. I think the line is the route, whatever you want to call it, the ship is supposed to take. There are these dots all over the map. Oh, those are probably ports, like for a boat to stop at. It looks like the lines connect the dots. Okay. Is that it? Looks like it. A chair. A chair. Clover isn't talking much. Well, I guess that's understandable. I mean, she's been through a lot. Okay. Really, it's more surprising that she's still together enough to talk at all. Yeah, poor girl. The fact that she, now she knows for sure that poor Sneak is dead. That's really upsetting. A light. Looks kind of like a wilted flower. Alright, what else have we got? What's this? A world map with the Atlantic Ocean in the center. There are a number of red pins in several locations. What do these red pins mean? Well, the nautical charts I picked up earlier have a map like this one. Maybe one of them matches up to the pins or something. Let's see. Well, what do you know? Looks like this one's a match to the pins. Okay, so we've got 7 locations connected by straight lines, and each one has a word next to it. That's probably the speed. New material has been added to the file screen. They told me that before, and yet when I looked, I couldn't find anything. Maybe that's what... Oh! How did I not see that last time? Remember that? Okay. Well, darn, I wish I'd seen this last time. Then I would have known that this is the amount of kilograms they wanted. And it has the weight for everything. Oh well, we got it eventually. Okay, I think it must be this one then. Nautical table. Ooh, let me write this down. Kind of like draw it out or something. Let's see. Finish this side. Let me scratch off this so I don't get confused. Okay, I know we have memos or whatever. I don't know. Do we have memo in this? Kind of. Not really. This is kind of confusing. Okay, stop. Then dead. Half. Then it goes diagonal. Full. Like full speed. Okay. Listen. Slow. Arrow. This. Half. And then full. Okay. We'll see how that comes in handy later. This seems kind of familiar, but I actually made sure not to pay too much attention to when Pharaoh was solving stuff because I knew I wanted to play this game for myself one day. Alright, what's here? The shelves are lined with books. Let's see what's in this blue one. There's something written on it. Ship's log. Huh. Ship's log, huh? New material has been added to the file screen. What do we got? Ship's log. Ew. Oh, there we go. A ship's log found in the chart room. The following is written on the last page. We leave soon for a new journey across the sea. After leaving port, we headed south and west. Oh, this is gonna help me. Okay, south and west. South and west. Oh yeah, that seems to be following. We turned southwest to steer around the continent, then proceeded northwest. We made port, then changed our heading to east for a time and are now heading due north. Soon we will dock in the United Kingdom, the homeland of this vessel. Okay, that's the same pathway. Cool. What else? It's a wooden box. Maybe a case for letters? Hey Clover, you ever write letters? Nothing. Well, can't blame her. What's in here? A pocket watch. That's a pocket watch. She sure hasn't been saying much, and she just keeps looking at the floor. She seems kind of sad. Dude, her brother just died. Okay. Pocket watch. Oh. A voice he hadn't expected startled Junpei from his examination of the pocket watch. Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it? What are you doing here? You were in the other room. He spun around to find Ace standing in the doorway. Junpei shrugged and handed him the pocket watch. Hey man, what are you doing over in this room? Oh, I just thought I'd come check up on the two of you. Is there a problem? Yeah. No. Well, not a problem, but... Well, not a problem, but... It was a lie. All Junpei wanted was to get rid of Ace. Whoa, what's going on here? Where's this antagonism coming from? He'd sent Ace to the wheelhouse at the beginning for a reason. There was something he meant to ask Clover, and he meant to ask her in private. Oh, what she started to tell us in the other room about 9 years ago or whatever? There was something he wanted to ask Clover, and he didn't want anyone else to hear him ask it. He also knew that Clover would likely remain silent if there were anyone else around when he asked. That was why he was so desperate to send Ace back to the wheelhouse. Ace opened his mouth, then took another look at Junpei and shut it again. A small smirk appeared on his face. Huh? Oh, he's assuming... That's the second time. First it was 7 and now Ace. Oh ho, I see, of course. He looked Junpei over, then glanced at Clover. I apologize for the intrusion. Intrusion. But they're all thinking, wait, what about him in June? Whatever. He's a young male, right? Uh-huh. He's hot-blooded male. That's what they're thinking. Well, best of luck. Ace gave Junpei a knowing pat on the shoulder and left. Junpei's like, whatever, man. Phew. Junpei let out a sigh and brushed a few drops of sweat from his forehead. He turned and found himself looking straight into Clover's eyes. She'd heard what Ace had said. She regarded Junpei with caution. She's like, boy, you better not hit on me. What was that about? She was clearly suspicious, and with good reason. Junpei's eyes widened and he held up his hands in a gesture of innocence. Oh, no. It's not like that. What's it like, then? I just wanted to hear the rest of that story. I didn't get a chance to ask you about it until now. What story? About the experiment. Remember? The one you started to tell me in the operating room? I'm glad I chose this route because I want to know more about that right now. You said something about an experiment that happened here 9 years ago. Clover bit her lip. She stared down at the floor for several long moments, and when she spoke, it was barely audible.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm just not in the mood, okay? You understand, right? I keep thinking about my brother. I I can't stop. I mean, who would do something like that to my brother?
Good question. And I really hate that he's gone, man. I really hate that.
I can't forgive them. I'm not gonna let them get away with it. They're going to pay for it. I promise. So,
Her shoulders were shaking. Drops of blood had sprung up on her lips where she was biting them. She wiped it off and looked up at Junpei, her eyes fierce and angry.
Junpei, who do you think did it?
Her voice was cold and scarcely above a whisper. Well, if I had known her voice was like that before I saw it, I would have said it like that. Unfortunately, that game does that a lot. This game. Junpei gulped. Well, if what Seven said was right, then there would have to be at least 2 of them. You need at least 3 people to open the number doors, and if you subtract Snake, that means there were at least 2 other people. Wait, which door was it? I think it was door 3? You need 2 plus 2 others to get 3. I don't want to do math.
You're right. So what does that mean?
Well, if we just look at the bracelet numbers, we should be able to figure it out. Who could have opened door 3 with Snake? Well, really, who and who, or who and who?
You mean it could have been 4 people?
Come on, this is getting ridiculous. 4 people. Really? Well, technically it's possible, but that doesn't make any sense. 4 people wouldn't all say, hey, let's all target this one guy. Poor blind guy. This is crazy.
I don't know. That doesn't seem very likely.
Why?
I'll tell you later. Why don't we just assume it was only 2 other people for now?
Okay. Got it. Let's do that then.
Then who do you think it could be?
Junpei crossed his arms and thought. They're really gonna make me do the math. Okay. His bracelet number was 2. Let's see. 7 is 9. What would I need to do to get 3? 9. You would need 3. Because it would be 12. So if it was 7 in Santa? Which 2 bracelet numbers added to 2 would give a digital root of 3? I get 7 in Santa. Santa and 7. Would it be Santa and 7? Yeah. 3. Could it be? Were Santa and 7 the killers? I don't see that, honestly.
What's wrong?
Clover looked at Junpei and he looked back at her. There was no point in hiding it. He told her his conclusions.
That's what I thought.
She looked less surprised than he'd expected.
Santa and 7. If it was 2 people, then that's the only combination that works.
Hey, and I got it so fast, too. I'm proud of myself. Hey, wait a minute there. Don't you think it's a little too early to be jumping to conclusions? Well, all I said is that those 2 would have been able to open door 3 with your brother. There might be other possibilities.
Well, what other possibilities?
He didn't have an answer. He was ready to admit defeat when Clover spoke.
Are you saying you think that it was 3 or 4 people? I really don't think that's likely.
Why?
Can I borrow your pen and paper?
Clover put her hand out expectantly. Yeah, you do the work. Junpei pulled out his pen and pad of paper and handed them to her. She opened the notebook and wrote down several simple addition problems. Eventually, she had 8, which provided a digital root of 3. Huh. 2 plus 1 plus 3 is... yes. It's just a whole bunch of people. It's crazy. Yes, I see it. I don't need you to re-show it to me. I don't really care. What's this?
These are the combinations for 3 or 4 people.
You know 4 doesn't work because it's her. And I see several of them including either Junpei or June, so... yeah.
These 8 combinations are the only possible ones.
I see.
Junpei,
Yeah?
I can trust you, right?
Of course. Why would you need to ask that?
Really?
Yeah.
So then I should get rid of B, D, G, and H, right?
Of course. Just cross them out. And you should take off yours too, the ones with 4.
So what does that leave?
A and E. Yeah, I saw that. So it would be 7 and Lotus. And Ace. Or it's just Ace and Santa. Wait, Ace, Santa, and June. Sorry. Wait, it can't be A.
Why not?
Because June's in that one. There's no way in hell she'd do something like that.
Are you sure?
I'd bet my life on it.
Okay then. Then I can cross off A too, right?
Yeah,
Well, what have we got left?
E. Yeah. Ace, Santa, 7, and Lotus. That's too much. It's crazy.
Do you know what this means?
Everyone besides me, you, and June would be working together.
Do you think that's likely? If there were 4 people working together, they wouldn't be very cautious. I don't think they'd try that hard to hide what they were doing if they outnumbered us, right?
Well, you do have a point.
And besides, if Ace and 7 are working together, they could have easily gotten rid of me when I went to the shower room with them. But they didn't. They didn't even try anything. If they were the killers, why wouldn't they?
Her voice was calm, but Junpei had only to look in her eye to know it was a forced calm. There were tears forming at the corners of her eyes, and she was blinking furiously to keep them back. Perhaps by attempting an objective analysis of who might have killed her brother, she had been able to distance herself from the harsh reality of his death. The more she struggled to act unconcerned, the more Junpei felt his heart tighten. Okay. Yeah, well, that does make sense. It seems pretty unlikely that it was as many as 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
Then that means there's a good chance it was Santa and 7.
That's how it looks.
But why would they do it? There was a moment of silence.
I think I know.
What is it? He laid his hand gently on her shoulder. He was close, so close to the answer. Oh boy. When Ace chose the worst possible moment to return. He raised a knowing eyebrow and then spoke. Have I interrupted something? Yes. What do you want? There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment? He turned on his heel and walked back toward the wheelhouse. Junpei looked over at Clover. He gave her a short nod, hoped that she would be willing to talk to him again later, and followed Ace. What did you want to talk about? Ace looked at Junpei and smiled, perhaps more of a smirk than a smile. There was something I wanted to check. Yeah? What's that? If you'll excuse me. With no warning, Ace slipped his hand into the pocket of Junpei's vest. Hey! What the hell are you doing? He reached for Ace's arm, but it was already too late. In the older man's hand were the pieces of paper Junpei had balled up and hidden in his pocket. Just as I thought. You switched them, didn't you, when we voted? Oh boy. Ah, well, I can't say that I care. I managed to get through the numbered door I wanted despite your mischief. Why did you... Oh, simply curiosity. I hope you won't think ill of me for it. Ace smiled, gave Junpei a friendly pat on the shoulder, and then turned on his heel and left. Really? It was a small defeat, but it was a defeat. Junpei had lost the upper hand, and he knew it. He could feel his stomach begin to tense. Oh boy. Can I go back? Here it is. Alright, well, did I finish investigating this? I guess? Nothing else? No? What else we got? This is the other door, so... Okay, I guess we were done in here. This isn't good. So many drawers, but nothing inside of them. How many minutes? I'll keep going a little bit. What is the helm? Well, steering wheel might be a more appropriate term. A compass. It appears to be broken, however. You see, the glass cover has been smashed to pieces. Well, that's inconvenient. A desk. Anything in the drawers? Nope. Okay. What is this? It looks like this is the only exit. What's this? Lock. Looks like this is some sort of lock. That looks like it's shaped in the compass shape. It's got a weird shaped indentation on it. Huh? This shape. Maybe. It does look like a pocket watch would fit here. Nothing. I imagine the pocket watch is intended to go in there. However, we may need to do something with the watch first. Oh, I don't know yet. So, we'll get back to that. Oh no, this was our way out. What do I... Banks, what are you doing? Okay, so we'll be back there. Alright, different section, a different wheel. So what is this? An engine order telegraph. They use this on old ships to adjust the speed of the ship. Like the gear shift in a car? Well, it's a little different. This device doesn't connect directly to the engine. In short, it's a transmitter. The navigation officer uses it to set the speed of the ship, and it sends a signal to the engine. There's a handle on top of it, which can be moved back and forth to... Hold on. Huh? There's no handle. You're right, there isn't. It looks as though it was deliberately removed. Well, that's inconvenient. What else we got? A steering wheel. Let's see if it... Whoa! Looks like the steering wheel moves. So it would seem. I noticed something else as well. What's that? Well, when you move this wheel, the compass also moves. What do you mean? The ship. It's moving. Ha! Tricked you, didn't I? The wheel and the compass must be connected to one another somehow. Do you think that's important? Well, let's try turning it again. Oh. Okay, how about we go in the direction of the nautical chart? So, let's go This reminds me of a puzzle I did in the other room. Oh, wait, what time is it? You know what? We'll end this episode here. So in the next one, we'll actually really get started with the puzzles. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. And until next time, have a nice day.